Welcome back, everybody. Today, we're gonna go combining some soybeans. So we're gonna get the truck out and start moving things over there. But they should be dry. There's no doubt. They've looked dry for the last couple of days. So a couple of days, a solid corn or soybean harvest. Now, combine needs fuel, and then we'll take combine over there. And the wind blew all night long, so there's no dew. So we'll probably just get the cutting soybeans right away. Get to moving. It's a beautiful day so far, but it's gonna be crazy hot. Like, I thought we were done with 90s. I think it's gonna be like 95 today and tomorrow, and then it's gonna cool off into the 70s. But we've probably got we've got 3 circles of full season soybeans. You can kind of see behind me, these are our double crops. They're not going to be ready until about the 1st of November is generally when you cut those. But we've for sure got 2 circles ready, and I think by the time we get to the 3rd, we'll have that one ready. So we're going to cut soybeans over the weekend. Today, tomorrow, we'll see how far we get and what we need to do after that. But making sure the beast is full of fuel so we can run for really a solid day and a half without filling up. And just like that, we are cutting soybeans. And as you can see, we got them flowing into the header. This is not a very good spot in the field. They're going to get a lot better. But, and you can also see we're raining them down in the bin. I would say the monitors, they're making around 60, which this circle had a little bit of limited water. You know, we get a water allotment and we kind of had to space it out there towards the end. And so that's what we did. So I'm not displeased, but it's not over the moon, but they're good. I mean, they're not bad. So hopefully it looks like this field, and I mean, this is the poorest part of the field. So I feel pretty confident this field might make it in the 60s. Don't know if you can see that or not, but there are hundreds of monarch butterflies. I think they're monarch butterflies, but they're flying. They're in this tree row for some reason. Can't say I've ever seen it quite like that before. We are zipping right along. Everything seems to be working pretty good. See the yield monitor there, moisture, 9.3 yield, around 60 probably, 55, 60. Not bad, could be better. But we're gonna cut them. And you might ask, why do we cut the rows on an angle? And that's so that the sickle bar that is cutting them off, it wears evenly. And so that's why you cut soybeans on an angle. At least that's why we do. We're going to fill him up. We will fill him up as soon as we get out of this ditch. Well, we moved fields. We got the first field done, and we're about ready to turn the lights on to this field. Give you a little view. Boom. Light it up. Light it up. And tomorrow, light it up, and tomorrow we will keep the good times rolling. Well, it is a new day, and we were back to cutting soybeans. Saw yesterday we cut probably 140 acres yesterday, so that was a really good day. As I said, our beans, that was on a circle where I've got a little bit of limited water, but they made about 60, like 59.5, depends. And there's a few that I replanted that I'm gonna have to go back and pick up later on, probably about when we cut the double crops. So yeah, I mean, I'm not ecstatic, but you know, thankful, pleased. It was good, hot year, kind of a relief. You wonder what beans are gonna make, and you know, 60 bushel beans, as we say, we'll take that. We'll take it, especially limited. We got a limited water. We've got another pivot. Now this is the pivot that we're cutting on, where you saw, if you go back, you can see where our well went out in a few videos. And we had to repair a well. So these beans were without water for 2 weeks, and these fields are 2 miles away, have the exact same variety on them. So we are going to see how much money that well cost us. And you can see Ethan over my shoulder. He is running the grain cart on this Saturday, and we are. I've got my Uncle Randy Foster running the truck, and the three of us are gonna try to knock the rest of this circle out maybe today. I might be pushing it, but I'll bet we can get 100 acres today if we just keep going. Got a late start, had a funeral this morning, so always can shut the combine down for stuff like that. I've had a few people ask questions about this draper header. What makes it a draper header? Well, it has belts and not an auger. That's what they call them. So it's got draper belts. It's a belt that goes sideways that pulls it to the middle. It's very gentle. We used to have, actually this is old school, because back old school they used drapers, and then they went to metal augers, and now we're back to drapers because they are gentler. The flow into the combine is much more even. This is a 30-foot McDon, so it is not a John Deere, it's a McDon head. And McDon's, the reason we have this is because the new John Deere headers weren't compatible with our old combine, and so we bought a McDon. They're very compatible, they're very good headers, and so this is what we run. It's 30 foot wide. It's an FD 130. I think it's like a 2018 or 19, something like that. It's not very old. It's stupid. And here we are unloading again. These beans are really dusty and dry. That's what 95 degrees on September 30th does for you. That's just insane to me. And that will be a truckload. We are still sailing along, but we got a small issue. When you got, I need DEF and I need fuel. I need diesel exhaust fluid and fuel. It's blanking, and the sun's not down. It's blanking and the sun's not down, so we're gonna need to get some fuel and some DEF so we can keep going. So my Uncle Bob, 83, still going after it somewhat. He's ran the grain truck a little bit this year, and he's gonna go get me fuel and bring it to me. So we'll get this thing filled back up and we'll get going. We're getting ready to wrap up the night. I'm gonna get one more bin full and fill up. grain cart, maybe fill up the truck. We'll see. Sometimes the dew comes on and it gets too tough. But we're getting ready to quit because the elevator is closed. I've got about 15 acres left. If we don't get that done tonight, that'll be fine. No big deal. So we're clipping right along. Well, we're going to get back after cutting soybeans today. The circle that I thought might be too wet is not, so I'm actually here fueling up the grain cart, moving stuff to the field. Yesterday was kind of a sobering day. I'm just going to be honest with you, because my dad, he went into the hospital and had a mass removed, and kind of waiting to figure out what that is. And so, you know, if you ever get that news and you think it might be the C word, a lot of you and your families have been there. But I love what my dad told me this morning. It just shows who he is. As I went up and saw him, he's in a lot of pain after the surgery, and he told me go home and cut soybeans. So I took the day off from work, and I kind of thought I'd be at the hospital, but I'm gonna do what he wants me to do, and we're gonna cut some soybeans today. We've got about 125, 130 acres irrigated soybeans, full season left. You can see behind me, these are the double crops. They're not going to be ready for another 3 weeks probably, and they look really good. They look good. I'm actually still watering them. But we get this circle knocked out, we'll move on to some of the crappy dryland soybeans later this week. It's supposed to rain tonight, but hopefully it does. And we'll keep trucking through them. Well, we're back at it, and these beans are really good, but they are dry. The grain is dry, but the plants are so green, and it is a slow go. It is pretty slow going, but they are very good. They're making over 70, I think. So there's spots out here that are making 80. So these beans are doing really well. Pretty pleased. It shows on this pivot that we have had really unlimited water here, because this pivot has more water than you can pump. It just, when the water right was given to us, it just has tons of water. So you never really have to shut off. And it showed in this hot, dry year that even when the ground was moist, which I would never say we let it dry out on the others, like that extra water really paid off this year. You obviously ran more, so you pumped more, so it cost more, but I think it definitely paid this year. So you probably got between 5 and 10 bushels more an acre. So as you can see, I don't know if you can see in there how green some of that is, especially coming right in the header there. I mean, there are just green leaves on that. And I'm still being able to go to about 4 miles an hour. You can see over here. But it's sure taking a lot of power. All right, we're gonna try to hit the grain cart this time, right? I got me a rider. Say hi, Carter. Hi. We are making good progress, and we are going to fill this grain cart to the brim. Like, I mean to the brim.
And not lose any more beans?
Yep, we're just going to fill it up. We're not going to spill. We had a little bit of an accident. That happens sometimes, though.
I heard that rail spilled some.
Yeah, rail. My dad, he spilled quite a bit of corn. He spilled some. We had to get a scoop shovel.
And what did you do with all the corn?
We're gonna feed the deer. We're using it for deer corn. That is going to fill him up.
Even without the accident, it filled him up.
All right. Another truckload. dark on us, and the elevator's going to close, but I should be able to finish this, and should be able to finish, and the grain cart and the truck will be able to hold the rest, and we'll have all our irrigated beans done. So that's 3 pivots down, about 280 acres or so. So we're doing pretty good. I think we're gonna see if it rains tomorrow, and if it rains, I think we're gonna shift our focus to putting some wheat in the ground. The dryland beans, the only reason to cut them is so you can plant wheat, and we've actually got around probably about 330 acres of wheat we can plant that we've already harvested. So I think that's going to be what we're going to do. See what she looks like. There's old TJ down there loading the last truck that'll go to the elevator tonight. And we're almost full again. Well, one of the last unloads of the night. And we'll wrap this bean harvest up, irrigated bean harvest. You're about to watch us cut some terrible dryland beans for about a month, because we have a lot of them. But this irrigated, this field's been really good, finishing on a high. I think these are making definitely way over 70, maybe 75. They've been really, really good. So we'll wrap this video right here. We'll wrap it up. Hope you've enjoyed. Some more harvest action, more to come. We're going to start planting wheat here in the next few days, next week. So we'll keep those videos coming to you. Great to have you watching. Fun to hear all the comments. And thanks for the encouragement to make them. I enjoy making them and sharing what's going on. And definitely we're enjoying harvest. Sad for my dad that he can't be out here. He's up in the hospital, but praying for a great recovery for him. And we'll call that a wrap. So you have a good day, night, whatever you're going to do. I'm going to have a good little evening as we finish these up. And we will catch you later. Like, share, subscribe. Spread the love. We'll see you later.